If you do it, it'll work.
Oh, that's a good one. You know, I used to run a top five, a podcast called Top Five.
Really? No,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I would have people on and they would share their 5 best practices.
So I will ask you.
Yeah. So I would say that number one, I hate to say that it's the crux of the job, but it's the crux of the job. Know your contracts. Know the documents that you have people sign. You know, there's one of my favorite people in this industry. She used to be the chair of the real estate commission. Her name is Avis Wukash, and she teaches a class called the 7 Deadly Sins of Realtors. And number one with a bullet is not reading past the blank. And it happens all the time where agents don't know what's in the contract because all they know is how to fill out the blank. Yep. Mm-hmm. So that's number one, no doubt about it. Number two is I don't care if it's an Excel spreadsheet, if it's the phone book on your phone, you've got to have a way to consistently be touching the people in your database. CRM is the obvious answer here, but not everybody has the tech skills or anything like that, but you have to have a plan in place so that you're consistently touching everybody in your database.
Do you ever feel like that you just vomit by the amount of contacts you didn't put into a place?
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
How about you guys?
Yeah, 100%.
So we could do a whole other episode on that probably, for real. Because the truth of the matter is you can have too many, right? Like there is a right-sized database. But it doesn't mean that you ignore everybody else. It just means these are the people I'm going to focus my attention to because this is where my business is going to be.
I was watching a podcast earlier this morning, and this one agent was talking about how she had 24,000 people in her database, and I'm like,
you can't be everything to 24,000 people.
Yeah.
Like you get a newsletter, that's what you get, right? But I would be willing to bet that in that same database, she probably has a couple of hundred. That are the people that are going to get her Christmas gifts, that are going to get her calls once a quarter or whatever that looks like. And they're on a different campaign than the people who are just random internet lead that came in and is sitting there, right? Doesn't mean we ignore the random internet lead that comes and sits there because we know for a fact that Zillow's own research shows that it's about 13 months from the time that somebody clicks a button to the time they actually transact business. So we don't want to ignore those things. But we want to focus on the people who are most likely going to be the people that give us referrals, give us their business. So that's number two is have a CRM, whatever. Number three is have a business plan. I don't think that business plan needs to be some 47-page workbook. I think it should be really, really simple. Have some goals. What actions are you going to take to reach the goal? And then focus all your energy on doing the actions, right? Too often we hear, I want to make X number of dollars. And then I'll ask, okay, well, how many transactions? This literally happened last night at a speaking event I was at. How many transactions is that? And the guy had no idea.
No idea of the average sales price.
Well, what's your average sales price? And what's your average commission? And how much is your cost of goods sold? And that's how you need to make that. There's a term in our industry, GCI, gross commission income, and I hate it. I'm interested in NCI, net commission income. You can make $1 million in commissions, but if you spent $990,000, who cares? Good for you. You have $10,000 at the end of the day. Real estate is a great way to build wealth, both as a homeowner, as an investor, but also as an agent if you do it the right way. And so I think that starts with a good business plan. And the business plan is, here are the things I have to do every day to be successful. And then go and do it, which is actually number 4, is do the things you have to do to be successful. Get up and go to work. It's a job. It's a business. I liken it, if you had a retail store and your hours said 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and somebody wanted to come shop at your store at 9:30 in the morning and you're still in bed, they're not coming back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not. Mm-hmm. So you've got to treat it like a business. You've got to get your ass out of bed every morning and go to work. And then number 5, I'd say, would be, don't be a secret agent. Get out in the universe and meet other agents. When I first started, I could never have imagined that I would have been so involved in the realtor community and in the real estate commission. I didn't want to hang out with realtors because, like, they're not buying a house for me. They're not selling a house with me, right? Why would I want to hang out with these people? And I told my first coach that. And he goes, no, dummy, stop. He's like, you're going to learn how to be a better agent by being around good agents. Like iron sharpens iron. Go out there and learn from the best. If you're